line. Bad bitches, every city in my tribe. Look behind. Booty dominate.
How goes it?
Hello, welcome. You're going to house.
Hi. So, real quick, I want to rebuttal the second to last guy and even the last guy. First and foremost, if you're going to say body count matters, it matters for both, not just one. Second off, the dude said slavery doesn't exist in America. If you actually go and study,
I appreciate that you have an opinion, but I really try to steer away guests from addressing other guests. Is there something that
okay,
you
well,
wanted to debate?
yeah, well, yes. Do men really want to protect women? I would say absolutely. The vast majority of men, I feel, want to protect their women. And then I know you get a certain amount that really could care less and tend to only feel for themselves. Like me, I'm a father of 3 little girls. I'm happily married. And I just want outright the best for my kids, my wife, my family. So I was actually wondering what your point was, or your point of view was on that. Do men really want to protect women?
My answer is no.
You really don't believe so? May I ask why?
Because I think if men really wanted to protect women, they would have an understanding of how women experience violence, and they would come to the conclusion that it's predominantly from men. So if we look at it through that lens, then violence is a men's issue. And when we look at men taking the stance, I don't think they really speak out against men or against systems that continue to perpetuate male violence.
I can understand where you're coming from, but I also I can put, when it comes to a man's mental health, it doesn't seem like very many men or women speak out on that. If a guy is when guys have
That's a
mental issues,
whataboutism.
do what?
That is a whataboutism. Number one, I disagree with you, but that's a whataboutism.
Yeah.
When when we talk about like male violence, you're like, what about men's mental health? That doesn't do anything for the conversation.
Well, no, I'm saying because I feel like there's a double standard there. Because to say a man doesn't care about a woman, or men don't care about protecting women, I honestly do feel like that goes. But I feel like that goes both ways. Because yeah, I do think men could do more. First and foremost, violence towards a woman is wrong. I mean, any guy who promotes violence against a woman is absolutely a piece of garbage. But I do feel like the general consensus majority of men feel as though that is wrong. But what do you think people could do to stop that?
I've already told you that they would actually have an analysis on masculinity as well as the current systems in place that perpetuate male violence.
I can see where you're coming from. I like I said, I will say I feel like the vast majority of men do care about women, just like any other person. But
Right.
I
You've
definitely
said that
understand that.
over and over, but yet you don't address the topic that I'm pointing to. Because we
I
can see
feel
that, like within capitalism, capitalism definitely creates a hierarchy, and the system that we have currently in place benefits men. I would also argue that under capitalism, especially within heterosexual relationships, puts women in a position to where they have to be dependent on men, because many women are unable to leave certain situations due to finances.
I mean, I'm not going to disagree. We've obviously seen that 100 years ago, women, it's not like women have always had equal rights to men. Y'all had to fight for your rights to vote, your right to work. And even today, there is a pay gap that definitely needs to be foreseen. But I do feel like that generally is going in the right direction.
Are you
I mean,
anti-capitalist?
over the course of years. Do what?
Are you anti-capitalist?
Yeah, I think capitalism is the biggest scam in the world.
Great. Are you anti-patriarchy?
I'm not. I'm not too into patriarchy. I don't know too much. I won't speak on that because I don't know too much in the matter of patriarchy.
What do you
But
mean?
I do believe I've not looked into patriarchy to that degree. Like, I don't have an opinion because I'm not really familiar with much of it.
So then I think this would be an area to where you would fail your daughters because they are going to grow up in a society that is patriarchal. And there are going to be constructions that are placed upon them on how they should behave and act as women that are going to be harmful to them. There are going to be social constructions to where they are more likely to experience male violence, especially sexual violence. So yes, I think you do need to look into patriarchy, speak out against it, have a stance on it.
I definitely, I mean, with the knowledge, I'm not against looking up anything. Like I said, I'm not aware of too much into that. I've never looked into it. So, but to answer the capitalist question, yeah, capitalism is literally designed to keep the top 5% rich while keeping everybody else to a lower tier. That's what it's been. That's what it's always been. And that's what we continue to see even going forward.
Okay. Is there anything else that you had?
No, that was it. I just, like I said, I wanted to hear your side on the men protecting women, and that was it. I appreciate you having me on.
For sure. Thank you.
I'm so fucking cute, bitch. I'm so fucking cute.